Welcome to the Spreadsheet Server Distribution Manager demo. Distribution Manager copies reports that are powered by Spreadsheet Server and stores them in specific locations or distributes them via email. Let's walk through the features offered by the Distribution Manager tool. First up, create Distribution Control Worksheet. A Distribution Control Worksheet enables the distribution of reports and is essential for every workbook that needs to be distributed. Let's configure and execute simple distributions. Open the workbook. Click the New Control Sheet option listed under the Distribution Manager option in the Spreadsheet Server ribbon. Note that the display of options available in ribbon may differ depending on your device's display settings. Now click the Create button. The new Distribution Control Sheet is added to the workbook and the Maintain Specifications panel is displayed. This panel contains configuration options for the Distribution Manager. In the Destination section, select the distribution type. Reports can be sent by email or stored in a new location using the File Save option. Use the Group option to roll up multiple distribution lines into one file or select the Print option. The file type dropdown includes Excel, CSV, HTML, PDF, and Word. Additional Excel types are available based on the user's specific environment. In this example, let us name the file as Test Distribution. This name will be assigned to the file, whether saved to a new location, sent in an email, or printed. Next, select a location to save the distribution. In this demo, we are going to save it on the desktop. If you do not want to include all worksheets from a workbook, you can indicate the sheets you want to include in the Specify Worksheets section. Select the sheet from the drop-down list and click the Add button. The Worksheet column shows each sheet's name, and the Target Sheet column allows you to change the name of the sheet in the distributed workbook. The Hide Zero Lines, Protect, and Ignore GXQ checkboxes can be configured independently for each sheet, if required. You can also hide zero lines by default for all the sheets. Sheets can be reordered or removed from the list using the options highlighted. Formulas can be converted to values using the drop-down list at the bottom of the panel. It has 3 different configuration options. Selecting the SS Formulas Only option converts Spreadsheet Server formulas to static values, but leaves Excel formulas unchanged. This option should be used if reports are being sent to users who do not have a Spreadsheet Server license. Selecting the All Formulas option converts Spreadsheet Server and Excel formulas to static values, and should be used if reports are being sent to users without Excel. The None, No Conversion option makes no change to the sheets. Select the No Recalculate Radio button to prevent formulas from being recalculated before distributing the sheets. Select the Recalculate Radio button to process a standard Excel recalculation. Select the Clear Cache and Recalculate Radio button to ensure that all the data values are current. Select the Generate GXEs and Generate GEXDs checkboxes to run any GXE or GEXD formulas in the workbook when opened. If the type is email or file save, you can choose to select the Zip Destination checkbox to add the workbook to a zip archive prior to distribution. You can also choose to remove non-distributed sheets prior to processing. Let's look at distribution options. When you select the Email option from the Type drop-down list, the Email tab is accessible, enabling you to configure the email output for distributed jobs. Grouping is used to combine multiple specified worksheets containing specification rows into a single workbook for distribution purposes. This tab is not available if file type is set to Word. Use the Miscellaneous tab to configure passwords, macros, and attachments. Once the distribution configuration is complete, you can decide whether to replace the active row in the distribution control sheet with the new distribution details or insert them after the active row. Click the Push button to insert the information into the distribution control sheet with predefined columns and click the Quit button to close the menu. The DM spec syntax in column A is an indicator to the Distribution Manager to execute the specific distribution on each row, so ensure that this is not deleted or edited. Let's review how Distribution Manager can be used to update worksheet values. You can either manually change the values for existing rows in the sheet or use the Maintain Specifications panel to create a new distribution with updated values. Select any cell in the row you want to update and click the Maintain Specs option listed under the Distribution Manager option in the Spreadsheet Server ribbon. At the bottom of the panel, select the Insert after the Active Row option to ensure that the new distribution does not overwrite the existing job settings. Update the name and then in the Modify Cells section, select the worksheet, specify the cell, and enter the new value. Click the Add button and then click the Push and Quit buttons. The new job details appear on the next row. You can also copy an existing row to create a new specification row using the Retrieve Specs from Current Excel Row button and then the Insert after Active Row option. Now, let us understand the Distribute specifications. The distributions are now ready to go. Click the Distribute button listed under the Distribution Manager option in the Spreadsheet Server ribbon to initiate all available distribution jobs. Once this action is taken, the Excel workbook will close and the Distribution Manager will open, showing the progress of the distribution. After the distribution is complete, the workbook will reopen. From the drop-down list, you can also choose to select the Distribute Selected option to distribute selected specifications, the Clone Sheet option to clone the worksheet, or the Clone Sheet as Values option to convert the formulas to values and then clone the worksheet. The Distribution Manager Log Viewer displays all the actions recorded by the system when running the Distribution Manager. In the Distribution Manager, click Settings. If the Enhanced Logging checkbox is selected, the system records additional data. Now, click the View Log button. Here, you can review the level, date, time, action, status, description, and workbook for each log entry. Copy selected records to the clipboard. Send an email to Help Desk attaching the entire error log. Filter log entries for a specific workbook. Search for a specific value in the error log file action column. Clear the log. Display the full details of a log entry. In the Distribution Manager Settings panel, you can also define other criteria to control processing. Click the Apply button to save the changes made. And there you have it. Utilize this powerful tool to automate document distribution via email, print, or file archive, and efficiently manage and track who gets what from each worksheet.